Hello friends, we are checking Theories here, and welcome back to another Doctor Who Series 13 theory video. But before we get into it, if you could just do me a teeny tiny little favour and click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10k by the end of the year, and I honestly believe that with your support, we can make it happen. Our next stop is 5,000 subscribers, and we're not going to get there without you subscribing, are we? But with that said, let's get into the theory. Theory: YAZ will be kicked out of the TARDIS. This is by Stan Lee 31. Okay, maybe I'm ahead of myself, but Revolution of the Daleks had me thinking about Yaz's eventual departure. The episode is the first one that really allows Yaz to stand out as an individual with thoughts and feelings separate from Ryan and Graham. Yeah, you're right there. Like, this is the only time she shows separate desires from any of the others. Although, to be fair, Graham seems willing to stay on until Ryan says that he wants to leave. That whole scene is basically just, "You ready to go?" Yeah, I want to go. Well, son, if you're going, I'll go as well then. Specifically, she is showing her own devotion to the Doctor, and her unwillingness to give up life in the TARDIS. It's an arc we've seen before, especially with Rose and Clara. In both instances, we had the circumstances beyond anyone's control, take which has been used in every major companion since the reboot Save Martha. Rose and Clara pay for their stubbornness in their own ways. Chibnall, flawed as he is as a writer, has opted to bring back the more organic and believable form of departure, where someone in the TARDIS decides it's time for a change. Yaz's irrational devotion to the Doctor, and will surely grow and there will be consequences. Weird sentence. But what if instead of dying, or non-dying in the New Who fashion, she is one of the first companions to be kicked out by the Doctor? The only companion to be truly kicked out, I think, is Adam. The only major companion would be the very first, Susan Foreman, who, although booted by her grandfather, falls more into the found love and a place that needs her archetype. Jack was also left behind for being unnatural as an immortal. Oops, Miss Tyler's child has some apologising to do. That was funny. And here he even tells Yaz as such. But one line strikes me as particularly ominous. When Yaz says the Doctor will leave her eventually, she says nothing to refute this. I think this may be foreshadowing that Yaz will be left behind like Jack. Ryan and Graham showed a maturity that Yaz so far lacks by choosing to leave the TARDIS behind. But Yaz, unlike them and unlike Martha, doesn't seem headed towards this epiphany. Furthermore, 13 has kept her companions at arm's length. She tells them there are no more humans allowed on Gallifrey, but no such rule was recited to Clara. And while the Doctor made a step forward by telling Ryan about what happened on Gallifrey, but with Ryan gone, she is still keeping it from Yaz, who is more consequential. As the Silence Child arc progresses, I think Yaz will come closer to the truth, and the Doctor will react by pushing her further out. With Dan joining the TARDIS, she might begin to favour the newbie, who doesn't pry over the friend who cares. While 12 was able to move on from what happened with Clara, 13 is reborn with those memories intact. I think she is aware of the dangers of getting close to people. She's dangerous when she cares too much, and so I think the Doctor will make good on Yaz's prediction that she will leave, assuming her companion arc ends with the decision and not a circumstance. I think it would be incredible to see this distant Doctor finally push a companion out. And yeah, I genuinely agree, I think that would be a cool way of handling Yaz's departure. Because if they are building her up to be like a Clara archetype where she becomes a bit too familiar, a bit too close to the Doctor, and basically is forced out either by the Doctor or just by the circumstances, I really like that idea. I think it's about time we had some conflict between these characters, because that's one of my main bugbears of the era, is that the companions and the Doctor don't really have that much of an argument at all. They don't really have any disagreements. The only time we really see that is in Battle Around Skorav Kolos with Tim Shaw, and even then it's over pretty quickly. So I feel as though we need more conflict within the TARDIS team, and I'm hoping that if this does come through, then that's what we'll get. But let me know what you guys think of this theory. Comment down below your thoughts and subscribe if you do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.